Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Watching the NASDAQ now. Looking for this thing to potentially move a little bit higher here today after a big move down. This entire move here from this peak that happened during the London session. Prior to the start of New York, that move has been 230 points or 1.74% move today. And now we're getting a little bit of a rebound here. If we get a close above here, I might be looking for a long. Could also go short on this one. It all depends on what happens next and what we see on this lower time frame here, this 3-minute chart. So it's a 30-minute chart on the left-hand side. It's a 3-minute chart on the right-hand side. And that's just a ATR moving average. It's a basic indicator I sometimes play with just for fun. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in this candle. I'll put you on pause and bring you back as this materializes. Here we go. Pause. All right, guys. 50 seconds left here in this candle. Watching this very closely now, looking for that opportunity to go long for this afternoon. It's almost 2 o'clock. 35 seconds left until 2 o'clock. This is not a live order, guys. I will let you know what I'm doing here as this pans out. Just thinking this through with you here. Ten seconds left. All right, new candle. I want to see a bottom wick. That's probably close enough for me at this time of the day. All right, buy stop order, guys, live right now. Buy stop right now, live. In other words, if this breaks above, I'll be taken into this trade. I'll try something here for a moment. Yeah, I'm going for 27 points here. 1-to-1. 1-to-1 in this trade. Watching now. Put you on pause, guys, until this thing happens. Here we go. All right, I just got triggered in on my own platform, so we're in now. At least I'm in now. Looking for about 28 points on this, or a 1R. This would be a combination of a micro zone break, but really a bigger picture zone reversal. I'm going to actually, I'll label this one on the video as a zone reversal trade, right? After this impulse move down, a little zigzag here, tapping or creating support, and then reversing back up again. That's the idea behind the trade. So this will be a zone reversal trade with a breaking function. Break and close, pull back, and break above. So it's kind of it's a hybrid trade type, if you will. Depends on what time frame you're looking on. reality is just about all, certainly most zone reversal trades will have a zone break function if you dig deep enough into it. In other words, if you're doing a zone reversal from a 30-minute chart, for instance, and you break it down into the 3-minute chart or the 5-minute chart or the 1-minute chart, you will see structure being broken there, and that can look like a zone break. And you can draw zones, therefore it becomes a zone break, right? But what's the bigger picture idea? Bigger picture idea is working from the 30-minute chart, driving down, reversing back up, zone reversal, right? Hope that makes sense. I might tighten the stop, pardon me, a little bit here, depending on how far we can move up. See if the others are helping us out here a little bit. There was a little bit of a pop. Here we go, guys. Back. That's what I was looking for. Moving stop now. Possibly a little premature, but I'm going to do it anyway. Bring you back to the sisters. This is the NASDAQ that we're scalping. It's this one right here. We're trying to get back towards VWAP, right? Just like the S&P has already done and the Dow did a long time ago, many minutes ago. All right, here we go. We're just asking for the NAS to kind of work its way towards, that's all. Needs a bit more here. See that? Dow's already done it and climbing higher. S&P's already done it, climbing higher. NAS is lagging, and this is what we're playing here. So in a way, this trade is a VWAP reversion trade, but it's also a zone reversal and a zone break. It's kind of a hybrid of all three if you really think about it. It just occurred to me now, as of course I'm always considering what's happening with VWAP, but in terms of trade type, I always want to label these things appropriately for the viewers. Make sure everybody understands what we're doing here. Very extended on both of these. Asking a lot for this to continue. Going to be patient with this. There's the pullback now after the extended move on the S&P and the Dow. And we're just hoping that the NASDAQ is going to continue to make its march towards VWAP for the rest of this move. Patiently waiting for it, guys. Hard to do sometimes. This is my second trade of the day. Waiting for optimal setups these days. This can be a tricky market for day traders and for scalpers. The VIX is still under 20. 19.6. That's after being up 5.25% today over yesterday. Still under 20. Anytime the VIX is under 20, it can be very challenging for day traders and for scalpers, and it's what I've seen in my experience for years. It's nothing that's new. 20 seems to be the magic number for most day trading models and most scalping models. Not all. There are some traders that can do very well, at least for short periods of time, despite a lower than 20 VIX. But for most, it can be quite a challenge. Pulling back now. I'll put you on pause for a moment here, guys, and bring you back. Alright guys, a few minutes have passed here. You can see we're just kind of pulling back. I'm going to give this a little bit more room again. My original stop, of course, was way down here. I'm just going to give this a little more play room now that I'm seeing what's panning out and playing out over here on the sisters. And this is important to take in new action. You can see this is an orderly pullback on both the Dow and the S&P. There's nothing wrong with this. As a matter of fact, it's to be expected. And I mentioned this before I went on pause about how these are both very extended moves. I've aligned them now with the VWAP, as you can see while I was on pause there. So the VWAP is in the middle, and then the 1 1/4 standard deviation bands are lined up on all of them. I think it's a neat way to show the indices. And this is an orderly pullback, so I'm expecting this. It might even come back a little bit more, if not completely unwind. But I need to give this a little bit more to do the same thing here on the NASDAQ. And that could mean coming back as much as this right here. And that would stop me out if I left my Titan stop where it was. And that was a fine idea, a few minutes ago. I just need to give it a bit more room now. And there's nothing wrong with that. I didn't move it beyond my original stop. As a matter of fact, not even close. Original stop is down here. There's no written law that says once you've tightened your stop, you have to leave it there. Or even if you move it to break even, there's no rule saying you have to, obviously, keep it where you had it. So we're going to bring this down, give it a little bit more leg room here, and then see if we can get this to move to the promised land. We'll see. I'll put you on pause here for a bit, guys. All right, guys, we're back here. You can see I'm kind of just at around break even, just hovering here. Being super patient. Watching here now on the 3 minute. I haven't checked this for a while. Still intact here. Fairly orderly pullback. These are each 3 minutes. You can see how long I've been sitting here. And I wanted to make sure you were on hold for most of that, so you don't have to sit through the grind. But now I'm going to put you back again until we get some action here. I might get stopped out. I'll bring you back for that. And pause now. We're back, guys. A few minutes have passed again. And let's move this over a little bit. That's where the entry was. Still alive. Barely. Lots of patience, lots of waiting. Lots of daydreaming about the weekend, things like that, even though it's only Wednesday. But that's what happens when you get stuck in a trade that's not moving. But in the green for now. Back on pause. See if we can get some new highs here. Again, this is a 30-minute chart, so that's 2 30-minute candles that we've been in already. We still have 23 minutes left in this candle, but we've been sitting here for a while. Appreciate your patience if you're still here. As I said in my last video, if you're actually watching these all the way through, kudos to you. You must be using it as some kind of a mindfulness or meditative practice, because the level of adventure in these videos is extremely low. So thank you very much for your vote of confidence and your support here. great viewers, great members in our Telegram group. Encourage you to join the group if you love to learn and share, and just you have a positive attitude. We'd like to have you in the group. Free Telegram group. Don't charge for anything here. Watching this thing, trying to push up now, guys. Let's see if we can close this off. See that there? Watching. Move you over to the 3-minute chart as well. Get them both here side by side. Let's see if we can get to the promised land after all this waiting. Wouldn't that be nice? And the game continues. One more push, guys. One more push. Little 20 EMA there. Thought I'll put that back on. That's what I usually use in the lower time frames. I was just playing with some ATR stuff there. Kind of fun. I mean, I've used just about every indicator you can possibly imagine over the years. And I really just keep coming back to a simple, almost naked chart here. With a few support and resistance zones, ZAR zones drawn, as my members affectionately call it. A few arrows here and there. That's after being a chartered market technician for over 25 years and teaching technical analysis, and a former Elliott Wave practitioner. Used everything: depth to market, volume profile, level 2, level 3, level 7. You name it. Fibonacci ratios in every imaginable configuration. All right, one more push, guys. Can we do it? Let's see. And flip over to the Three Sisters here on a different screen. I won't bother with you with it, but I'm just going to look at it myself and see if we have a chance here at bringing this back. So we're not at VWAP yet. I need one more push here, guys. One more push. Really struggling to bring in that last little piece. Oh, and rejected. That doesn't feel good. Give me one moment here, guys. 27. I'm going to try to get 25 points out of this. Try to get back to that trail that's already been blazed. I just needed to flash back up there again. Let's see if we can get it. I say trail that's been blazed because it's already been there today, just a few seconds ago. But this is very definitely rejecting now. Before actually tapping VWAP, I'll show that to you. See that here? We didn't actually get to VWAP on it, but reversing on the Dow and the S&P, and that's causing the weakness over here, I believe. So looking for that one tap. That is frustrating. Can't lie, guys. put you back on pause for now. We'll see if we can get back up there. Pause. Trying to eke our way back up here and see if we can nail it. For those 25 points. Still doable. It's not making the job easy, that's for sure. Back to the sisters, you'll see this weakness now on the Dow, the S&P, pardon me. And then of course the NASDAQ, which never did tap VWAP when I was just looking for it to get there, right? Not even all the way. So we're just trying to get back to right here now. But it's fading at this point. Back on pause for now. It's funny, I'm always trying to figure out the best way to show these trades and not bore people to tears, but I know reality is trading is boring. I mean, you're sitting in trades, you're just sitting and waiting for it to happen. But I want to be able to show the whole entry prior to the entry, so show the setup, show what's happening during the trade, and show taking profit or getting stopped out at a loss. And the only way I know how to do that is to be there for it, to show it like I'm doing, and then along the way I learned to pause it, to cut out a lot of the this middle ground here, because I think that's kind of not very interesting. But I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do it, optimal way to do it, making sure that I do show the entire trade. That's the most important thing to me, from prior to beginning to the end. And as long as I can do that, then I think I'm doing the right thing. But I'll take any suggestions, of course, as well. Looking for a last push here, guys. See if we can hit this. Been in this trade a long time now. As you can see, the number of candles here, and these are 3-minute candles and not just 1-minute candles. So it's been a while. Entered back at 2 o'clock. It's now 2:46 or so. The other trade, this is only my second trade today. The other trade was a short, actually, on NASDAQ earlier, and that was an hour trade. So these are longer than usual. It's been a kind of a grindy day, despite the fairly big moves in the NASDAQ. Looking for one more push here, guys. Do you think we can get it? I think we can. And there it is. Guys, thanks for joining me. Appreciate your patience and your support. Click the like button if you will. Love to hear a comment. And come and join us in our Telegram group. Feel free. Love to meet you. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.